When was the last time that you felt genuinely curious? Not the I need to know this for a presentation type of curiosity, but the one that's real, unfiltered, almost childlike. That childlike wonder. It makes you feel excited to explore just for the fun of it. If you're scratching your head to remember, you're not alone. Research shows that curiosity, believe it or not, it peaks at the age of 4 or 5, and it steadily declines as we grow older. Wow, that really hit me in so many different ways. And why is that? It's because traditional learning methods, they often prioritize results over exploration. So let's change that, shall we? The problem with conventional learning is that if you picture this, you're in a classroom or you're in maybe a corporate training room, right? And the goal is to what? Get the right answer. Sound familiar? So this focus on outcomes and standardized processes and approaches, it can stifle our natural curiosity, believe it or not. So according to a study in 2021, published in Frontiers of Psychology, curiosity is the critical driver of learning and creativity. But rigid educational systems often fail to nurture it. So I thought that was so interesting, but it all makes sense. So instead of encouraging us all to ask all these whys, you remember when you were a kid, or maybe your kids are always asking you, why this, why that? Or what if? What if conventional learning tells us something different? They've been telling us to basically stick to a syllabus instead of having all of these intriguing questions. So it's like trying to learn how to swim without ever jumping in the pool. Effective? Not really. So why does curiosity even matter? Why am I even talking about it in this video? But it matters more than ever. Curiosity isn't just a nice to have trait, it's a superpower. Curious people are better problem solvers, they're more innovative, and they are even healthier, believe it or not. So one study that I read from Harvard Business Review, they found that curiosity, it boosts decision making and strengthens interpersonal relationships. So how about that? Plus, curious employees are 34% more likely to adapt to well-organized changes. So here, career advantage, right? Organizations are always changing. They're always making shifts and pivoting in certain directions, maybe shifting business units or departments or moving you in different roles. But curious employees, they're 34% more likely to adapt to all of those changes. And here's the kicker. Curiosity also makes learning way more enjoyable. I know some people have a tough time learning and they always think it's because of focus, but it may be also because they're not curious. So dopamine, that brain's feel-good chemical that we all love, it spikes when we're actively curious, when we're turning learning into more of an addictive experience. So how about that? Imagine wanting to study or skill up because it genuinely feels good. So how many times do we watch YouTube videos or we study something because we're really intrigued and interested? Just in not necessarily finding the answer, but there's something that is of interest to us. Maybe it's becoming more healthy and dieting and exercise and taking the right supplements, or maybe changing some things in our work to be more present, be happier, be in an environment that we're actually thriving instead of just on the hamster wheel all the time, right? So you may be asking, how do I break free from all of this? How do I reignite my curiosity? Because you're right, I haven't been curious in a long time. When was the last time that you sat around and you just daydreamed with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or something? I don't think any of us have time for that, right? We're always on our phones if we do have a free moment. So ready to ditch the conventional learning and rekindle your love for discovery? I have a few fun research-backed strategies to share with you today, so stay tuned. And I'm going to start off with number one, asking why relentlessly. So channel your inner toddler and keep asking why. Don't stop at surface level answers. Dig deeper. Research from the University of California, it suggests that curiosity-driven questioning, it improves memory retention and also understanding by up to 20%. So that is something worth noting. And I also think of asking those questions why. Even if you are, potentially maybe you're looking to start a business and you're trying to find your why or trying to find your focus or your niche, getting into maybe multiple steps of why. Why do I want to do this business? Who do I want to focus on? Like getting into multiple levels of why really can define so many strategies for what you're actually trying to do. Because I know we have so many ideas sometimes and we're going in a million directions, and doing those multiple steps of why for a topic, example is building a business, can really help you focus on what you really want to focus on, right? Number 2 is embrace play. It isn't just for kids. I think that's why we're all grumpy, is because we stopped playing. But gamifying your learning process, it can increase engagement by up to 40%. So according to a study by Delotti, they've noticed that increased engagement with gamifying certain tasks. So try maybe puzzle solving apps, any of these virtual reality experiences, or even board games that challenge your brain. So get out there, make things fun, or even create more of a playful environment if you have a team that's working for you, to jog their interest and maybe make their work and life experience a little bit more fun. Number 3, get comfortable with not knowing. No one knows everything. Here's the secret. You don't have to. You don't have to know everything. But being comfortable with uncertainty, it can actually make you more open to new ideas. Being more open-minded, right? A 2019 study from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, they found that embracing ambiguity, it increases creativity and innovation. So keep staying curious. And number 4, follow your information breadcrumbs. So ever start Googling something, maybe Googling a recipe or looking for something on Amazon, and you end up reading about, black holes or something that's not even close to topic, right? Follow those breadcrumbs. Sometimes stumbling upon knowledge and exploring has been to show and spark deeper intellectual engagements. So maybe that one thing when we feel like we have ADHD and we're supposed to be looking up something, but we're on to another track, maybe there's something about that makes us curious. So check it out and see if it gives you some ideas and maybe some engagement in something you didn't explore before. And number 5 is find your curiosity tribe. So this is like anything else. Surround yourself with curious people. A 2020 study by the University of Wisconsin, they revealed that curiosity is contagious. So the more curious your friends or your colleagues are, the more curious that you will become. So it's like having the 5 friends that are around you, or the 5 people that are closest to you, really seem to define who you are. Same thing, right? Be around curious people. They're probably also the most creative people. So join that book club, the mastermind group, or even an online forum where curiosity thrives, and check that out. So let's get curiosity into action. Here's a challenge for you. Here's a fun experiment of maybe spending 1 hour this week. Dive into something that totally fascinates you. No rules, no agenda. Whether it's quantum physics, medieval art, or why flamingos stand on one leg. It could be something as crazy as that. Let your curiosity guide you. And if you find something mind-blowing, share it with us in the comments. You'll likely spark a ton of curiosity too. So some final thoughts here is breaking free from conventional learning. It doesn't mean rejecting structure entirely. It means reclaiming the joy of exploring. By rekindling your curiosity, you can transform learning from a chore into an adventure. So go ahead, be a kid again, ask those weird questions, follow those rabbit holes, play a game, and most importantly, have fun doing it. Bring fun back into your life, put a smile back on your face, laugh a little, because life isn't all about having all of the answers. It's about loving the process of discovery and loving the life that you live. So if you found this content valuable, please consider sharing, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next video.